Hello, John Canton here from GRC Handcrafted Whips, and today I'm going to show you how I make a twisted tapered fall. Alright, so I have a section of paracord about 3.5 feet long, guts are still in it. The hard part of doing this is trying to visualize exactly what you want this thing to look like in the end. So I know that I want to have this last section here, maybe 6 inches or so, that's just going to be a single gutted strand eventually. And then I'm going to have a section that is going to be the one strand inside of it, and then a section that's going to be one strand inside of the other with the guts, and then the twisted section, which is basically going to be 2 strands with guts. So I know that this right about here is going to be the center of my fall eventually. So generally I won't do this, but sometimes, just to make it a little bit easier, I will put a little mark on the paracord. And it's just a little dot there. Probably can't even see it. And then redo it. I'm going to do it with my silver marker. There we go. Now we can see it. I'm going to put that on the inside of the loop of my fall later so that it's invisible, it won't be seen at all. But that's going to be my center mark. Now, with my long strand here, I know that this strand needs to be gutted up to about here. Let me get that in a picture. All right, so here's my center point. I want to have guts in both sides for the twisted section, which is going to run to about there. So I need to pull the guts out of the long side up to here. So starting on the short side, I'm going to pull those guts out, and I'm going to carefully hang on to the same spot here, making sure that I don't change that position on the paracord, and I'm being real careful, feeling for the paracord guts to slide past my fingers. There, just felt it slip past. So that's where I'm actually going to insert the paracord later inside itself. Going back and finding my dot again so I know where to work from. I'm going to fold it over right there, and I'm going to stick that into my vise now. All right, so I've got all this gut hanging out over here. I know that I'm going to be twisting to there because that's where the guts end in the long side. So I would like to have about half of this gutted. I'm just going to pull this back and snip it off. So now I have a section with guts running about to there and a section with guts running to there. Alright, I'm going to twist these two together. Alright, I can feel right here now is my ungutted section. So I'm going to pinch this off with the hemostat so it doesn't get unwound. And I need to take this short end and insert it into my long end. I'm going to insert that into the long strand. And somewhere along the line here, this shorter strand that I've got inserting here, remember, does have a section with the guts in it. So right now, I'm just feeding the section that has no guts, and I can feel now, you're going to feel that resistance in there. Now it is the section with the guts being pulled in there. All right, and you can see I got just a little bit of a bump there. I'm going to pull this good and snug. Too snug. So that that's in there. Then I'm just going to cut off that piece that I brought inside. Slide that sheath down, and there's my twisted taper. So I got my twist. It inserts. So I've got 2 outer layers plus the core guts, and right there the guts end. So now I have 2 strands, one inside and right there the second one ended, and I'm going to cut that off.